to the sea. Baby, I never see.
So today's factor meal is brassiere style lentils and sweet yams with Béarnaise green beans. Why everything has green beans? I don't know. I don't mind though, because I love green beans. I have taken a bite. I'm kind of like mixing the sauces and the stuff together. It's a vegetarian meal. I have taken a bite. The lentils are super good on this one. I have not had this one before. I've seen it before, but I think I passed over it because I don't like things that are really saucy. But so far, it's really good. Also, so you will have seen already what clips I put in of going to the labo at the Wynn. I was not happy with my experience. I have tried Le Labo fragrances, and the ones I've tried, which like I said before, were Another 13, Te Matcha, and there's one more, but I can't remember. I still can't remember it, even after being in the store. I'd have to look at their fragrance list that I had tried. And all of them I liked, but like they're not high on my wish list. But when I went in to try the city exclusives, holy shit, for the price that they cost, what a disappointment. And the associate, I'm sure he was not like a management member or anyone who had worked there. I can't even imagine that he'd worked there a long time, because he didn't know anything. Like, he didn't know anything about the actual fragrances. He barely knew the notes. Like, he knew like the one note out of everything. He couldn't explain the fragrances. He couldn't tell me why it might be something I'd like. He just said like, here, this is popular, or here, this is new. And when I mentioned other fragrances that weren't Le Labo that I liked, he couldn't recommend me anything based on those. Like, he had no clue about fragrance at all, which is kind of off-putting. It's one thing when it's a fragrance counter and you know that it might be staffed by somebody who is not a fragrance expert, that they just work for the department store. But when you go into a fragrance boutique, I expect them to at least be able to talk about their products in depth. Bonus if they can compare to other products. He didn't even like know Chanel. Like, anyway, the only two, there was three, I would consider purchasing were the Cedrat, the Mousse de Chine, and the Cure. But the Cure smells similar to another leather fragrance I either have or I had in the past and passed on. So I probably wouldn't invest in that one. If I do end up buying anything, I probably would buy Cedrat. That was the best in my opinion, but I was really disappointed by the whole thing. I did buy a fragrance though. One that I've been wanting for a while. It's a new release from a brand that I love, so I cannot wait to show you guys. Probably a dedicated video, so I'll keep it a secret until then. Hello. So I'm watching American Horror Story Apocalypse again. Main reason because it's my favorite season of American Horror Story. Like, I freaking love Cody Fern. But also because after watching Coven and Hotel and several other seasons, I feel like I can understand some of the nuances of this season better. So that's why. But today's factor is a risotto. I fucking can't remember what kind of risotto. It's good though. I've had it before. I'm in a super bad mood. My cat, so there's a rug outside of their litter box so that they don't track litter everywhere. My cat has, she's been doing it for a while, I'm pretty sure. I just haven't been able to catch her in the act. But I found her peeing on the rug, and I'm so freaking annoyed by her because she knows to go in the litter box. She just doesn't like it, so she goes on the rug right outside the litter box. And I'm like, I threw away the rug because if she's just gonna keep peeing on it, what's the point of having it? I'm so annoyed. And it's like there's not anything I can really do. I I can't punish her, but I'm so annoyed right now. Like, I just feel like crying. Like, that's the level of just like frustration that I'm at over these past few days. Anyway, so my girl Kat Graham has a new movie out on Netflix. It's called Love in the Villa. There it is. I have been her fan since The Vampire Diaries. I love Bonnie Bennett, and I felt like they did her so dirty. Like, they treated her like crap throughout the entire series, and then at the very end, like, tossed her a bone in the romance department, and then just I couldn't even watch. Like, I gave up. Like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was always a Bonnie and Damon fan, but even if that was not a thing that was ever going to happen, like, they still just did that whole situation wrong. They just did Bonnie so dirty. But I love Kat. She's so talented. So go check it out. It's one of those cheesy romance films that Netflix does, but it's perfect for watching, you know, home alone with a glass of wine and just wanting something to chill out with. Y'all, my summer of malaise continues. It's not even summer anymore. It is September, and I got an ear infection. Yes, I did. And I'm going to tell you something that is probably going to make people mad, or at least confused. I don't take antibiotics. I'm not saying never. Obviously, there are situations where you have to use things like antibiotics, but I already put so many drugs into my body that an additional one is the last thing I need. And antibiotics are where I draw the line. I never took antibiotics as a kid. The last time I took antibiotics as an adult was when I had an infection in my tooth, a broken tooth that got infected. It is the one that I have removed on the top. I still need to get a implant put in, but that's just not been high on the priority list. And I actually went into the dentist and they were going to remove the tooth that same day, but because the infection was so bad, it kept cutting through the Novocaine, and they literally could not give me more Novocaine to remove the tooth. That's how bad it was. So I had to go back and take an antibiotic for 10 days before I could return and have the tooth removed. So no antibiotics, not unless the pain is beyond. Like, I can suffer through some pain. I have experienced enough physical pain. I can take some pain. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to go into YouTube Studio and finish up the 2 videos I uploaded for upcoming, and then I might watch some of these new videos. Like, look at, these are all channels. No, I don't follow all these channels, but this is an interesting selection that they're showing me of recommended videos. So I might watch some. Anyway, hope you're all doing well.
You depend on my weakness, satisfying you while I keep bleeding. I don't know why you act like you innocent. You wanna take a piece of my heart again. I get it, cause I just don't know something.
Oh, that's what I get. Yeah, I'm fine. That's what I get for not paying attention to what I'm doing.
Wanna let you go, but it's like something else me tight. You might break my heart tonight, but I'm gonna hold it tight. Oh, it feels like yellow, yellow. It hurts like yellow, yellow, yellow. You have to let me go, yellow, yellow. It hurts like yellow. We tried too many times. Ooh, you got me feeling cool. Ooh, you got me feeling blue. Something about you so see-through. Something just ain't right by you. Yeah, can I do you like I? Do you like I? Can I do it? Yellow, yellow. It hurts like yellow, yellow. You had to let me go. Heartbreaks and heartaches. We tried too many times. Heartbreaks and heartaches. We tried too many. No one knew you like I do. Wonder why you want me by your side, like all the time. You want my love all night. Telling me lies, maybe stop telling me lies.
These are good yellow. So I feel like shit. Mentally, physically, I just feel like I am just so over everything. Like I just want, I don't know what I want, but I feel like crap and I don't know what to do about it. So today I'm indulging myself. I'm gonna be watching some shit, some TV, it's not TV, it's on my TV. I do have a TV. I do use it sometimes, but I need glasses, so I don't use it as often as I could. This looks like, based off the font here, this looks like it's probably by the same people who did Hookup Plan. So I'm gonna watch this. It should be good enough because I really liked the Hookup Plan
It was cute. So otherwise, I have nothing. I've been craving takoyaki. You've seen it like twice, I think, so far. Every night, like, I just crave like takoyaki, fucking like karaage, like Japanese junk food, basically. I don't know why. Like, I just, like, I get in my head about things, and then that's all I want for that period of time. So that's what's happening. Anyway, I'm gonna start episode 1. Are we shitty? Good question.
marshmallow. It looks like melted marshmallow on the outside.
Right.
Like right here. And right here. Kind of looks like it actually. A little bit through the camera. They look good though. Like, I was just eating, and little Missy Miss, she woke up and wanted to come check out what I was eating, but it's too late. I already ate it all. She's so cute. You're just the cutest. Oh, she's dirty though. I need to give her a bath. You're so cute. Oh, you sneezed on me. No, I think she gleeked on me, honestly. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, that's her favorite spot. Oh, that's the spot, huh? Oh, that is the spot. Oh, that is the spot. Yes, it's time for dinner for them, huh? It's time for them to have their din. Are you gonna get down? Yeah, you're just gonna sit up here angrily because I'm not feeding you. I put stuff down. Now you don't know where I was. Miss Meam, there it is. Miss Meam. She's so tired looking. She's so tired looking. You can see her, the way she sits on her tail because she doesn't have a leg. He's a Miss Meam. Okay, let's go get your dinner. So earlier I was burning this travel candle from Harlem Candle Company. This is the Ellington candle, and this is essence of vibrant woods, bergamot, rose, patchouli, and musk. If you want a rosy, musky candle, like a boudoir scent, this is the one. For me, even the travel size, this is really potent. I have a hard time with this one. To be fair, I kind of want to just stop burning it and give it to someone because I don't really like it. But I don't know who would take, like, I don't even know who I could give it to. I don't know people who burn candles. My mom doesn't. I don't think my sister does because of her kids and her dog. So if it was just the patchouli and musk, it'd be okay, but that extra rose is almost nauseous. Like, it's almost nausea inducing. The quality is too good because the scent is too strong. Like, it's overwhelming. I really want to switch to a different one, but I feel bad like leaving something half burned. Anyway, first world problems. Seriously. I think it's September 27th or it's the 28th, I'm not sure. But I'm watching the Full Metal Alchemist live action movie, The Final Alchemy. So I think it's the last one. I went to get some fuel. They finally had the marshmallow Coca-Cola. I got the zero sugar one. Watermelon and strawberry flavors. I don't know how that's gonna go. And I got this because it was cheap and I just wanted something
I have been spending a lot of days filming and editing videos because I've had some issues at home and I just don't know, you know, like what, like I really am not sure what each day is gonna bring. So yeah, I'm gonna give these a go though. So I finally found something new to binge watch. I'm gonna be watching this. I have been, you know, same. It's just been kind of a struggle. So tonight, if I feel like putting makeup and stuff on, I'll probably try to do some work and then just, I don't know. I ordered new glasses and I ordered a new perfume I'm really excited about, and I hope that it all goes well. It's always kind of nerve-wracking when you're like ordering from abroad, and so it's like, you know, there's extra shipping and there's customs and there's all this and that, and then so it's like, so hopefully that goes well and it comes in time for me to share. Like, anyway, I watched the first episode. It was really good. This is a Belgian show. I think it's a Belgian show. It's in French, but in Belgium they speak like French, Dutch, and English, I think. I don't think there's like a Belgian language. So I used to have a situationship with a guy who was in the Dutch part of Belgium. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I don't know. I'm tired. I've just been really tired lately, like just mentally tired and physically tired. Just tired. I'm sorry about that. So yeah. But one of the actors was in another one of my favorites on Netflix, which is Black Spot. It's called Black Spot, but the French title is Zone Blanche. Highly recommend it if you like thriller type of mysterious, kind of a little bit spooky things. And this is kind of along the same lines, but it's more of a thriller type. So I'm definitely going to be checking this out. Anyway. Okay, guys, so I binge watched all 2 seasons of Into the Night yesterday, which was September 29th, which was when I showed you I was going to watch it. Now, it has a, this is not a sequel, it's a tie-in show, Yakima's S245. So Into the Night is a Belgian show, and they speak French, as well as in the second season they speak English, Russian, Polish, German, and Spanish. But this is a Turkish show that's a tie-in. So I binge watched all 2 seasons of Into the Night, but I don't think I'm going to start Yakima's, this one here, just because it's like a little bit overwhelming to watch that much all at once. But also, I don't know if anybody else watches as much. I'm sure other people watch as much foreign language TV shows as I do. But I'm not sure if anybody who watches these videos, watches these vlogs, watches many foreign language TV shows as I do, because I primarily watch only foreign language television shows on Netflix. But I watch a lot of English language movies, but not shows, if that makes sense. So for me, there's like a different, like a hierarchy of like languages that most shows that I watch in certain languages are easier versus it gets a little bit harder to watch and understand.
So anything in German or Spanish, I can basically watch without subtitles and I'll know exactly what's going on. Dutch, French, Italian, and Japanese, I can usually watch with subtitles on, but don't have to be too concerned about the subtitles. Like I will get the gist without them, but I like having them to know the details of what's being said. Portuguese and Korean, I do like to have them on so that I can understand what's being said. I can understand the tone and intention of the words, but not the actual meanings. And then languages like Turkish, Russian, Polish, Swedish, Norwegian, any of the like Northern European and Eastern European languages. I have a really hard time understanding them, so I really have to watch the subtitles and the show, so it does get a little bit tiring if I'm watching something for the first time in those languages. If I already know what's going on, then it's not as bad. So after binge watching an entire foreign language show that for the first half was spoken primarily in French, and then the second half was spoken primarily in French, English, German, Polish, and Spanish, to go into watching something primarily in Turkish is just a little bit overwhelming for my brain. So I may go to something that's a little bit easier. This is a Hindi language, and I find that Hindi and Filipino are quite easy because they have a lot of English words and phrases that they incorporate, so it's not quite of a strain. But I don't know if I'm going to watch that. I might watch The Empress, which here I believe is either a Dutch or German show. Let's take a look. I'm pretty sure it's German or Dutch. German, yeah. So because this is German, this is going to be really easy for me, so I'll probably go ahead and just watch that. It's September 30th. I don't feel fantastic, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's like entirely mental state. It's not really physical. Physically, I feel okay. But like I posted on Instagram, like mentally, I just feel so tired. Like I know that to get out of this feeling, I need to get out of this like physical rut where I'm just not doing anything. But at the same time, the feeling of trying to actually force myself to do something to get out of the rut is so exhausting that I'm not sure I can do it. And it starts to be this just horrible soul-sucking cycle of like inability to take action and needing to take action but unable to do so. So I am like putting feelers out. I'm trying to like make plans or try to get like something online, something in line, not online, but like just something that I can have to look forward to, be preparing myself to do, like have in my thoughts of something I'm going to do and then be ready to do it. But otherwise, that's basically it for September. So I hope you guys had a good month. I appreciate you sticking through these vlogs. If you watch them, you know what? I really appreciate you for just taking enough time to care about what I'm doing on my regular boring days. And I will see you in the next one.
And you should know